Welcome back to the madness. Dragon Age Origins, part 3 of playing a chaotic, horrible elf mage girl who's probably gonna try and get everyone killed. Let's get into it. We're going to Lothering, which is Hawk's hometown. Keep that in mind. Oh, we have to fight somebody. In the hinterlands. Great. Oh.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your Lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Anora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Bannorn will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Bantegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Bantegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Word. And that's the tea.
I bring word, sire. There are demands from the Bannorn that you step down from the Regency. They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know. But they will act against you. I have arranged for a solution, with your leave.
The Antivan Crows send their regards.
An assassin?
Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best, sire.
And the most expensive.
Just get it done.
Oh, man. There's my man. Oh, we're gonna kill him. Come on, bro.
Darkspawn have sensed us!
Dog! What should we name him? Pet the Hound. I think this is the... I can never say that. I have dyslexia, and it's pretty bad. And so I read words... and I know them in my head, and I can picture them in my head, but when I have to say them out loud, I'm like... Mabari. Is that correct? Mabari. I think this is the Mabari I helped cure back in Ostagar.
I think he was out there looking for you. He's Chosen you. Mabari are like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
I always wanted a little dog like this. Maybe it's best to be. If you like him, you can have him. He can come. I'm gonna be nice to the dog because I love him. Yeah. Oh no, I have to think of a name. Okay. I know. We're naming him Cullen because Cullen is obsessed with the Mabari, and I wanted to have a romance with him, but I couldn't. So we'll have a Cullen in our company after all. I love it. See if we can find anything about Hawk lurking about.
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. Led by an elf, of all things.
They don't look much like them others. You know, maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers, and you're free to move on.
You should listen to your friend. We're not refugees.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Heinrich. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
No. You're toll collectors then.
Indeed, for the upkeep of the Imperial Highway. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it?
You're fixing the highway? I think not.
Not much gets past you, I see.
It's not really a toll. We're just robbing you, see?
Do shut up. Even a Genlock would have understood that.
Forget it. I'm not paying.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules.
You really want to fight a Grey Warden?
Did she say she's a Grey Warden? Them ones killed the king.
Traitors to Ferelden, I hear. Tern Loghain put quite a bounty on any who are found.
What?
But are them Grey Wardens good? I mean, really good? Good enough to kill a king?
You have a point. Well, let's forget about the toll. We'll just leave you to your Darkspawn fighting, king-killing ways.
Actually, let's add bandit slaying to the list.
Just when we had things settled.
Yeah!
Burn! Are you seriously running from me right now?
All right, good. We surrender. We're just trying to get by before the Darkspawn get us all.
You picked the wrong target. This is a shoddy operation. Is pathetic. You could do better.
Right. I guess so. I'm sorry.
You follow my lead. I could use some soldiers.
What, are you joking, right? I could never be a soldier.
Or you can die, your choice.
I'm not going down without a fight.
Just keep fighting them. Oh. That'll work. So this is Hawk's hometown.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing.
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
You have been very quiet, Alistair.
Yes, I know. I was just thinking.
No wonder it took so long, then.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
I want to hear some news before we decide.
But we need to decide what our general plan is for afterwards, don't we? I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them?
Yep.
There are 3 main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
Is there a way to contact the Grey Wardens?
Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
What's up? Know it too well. Why are you leaving it up to me? What do you think we should do, Morgan?
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
Okay. And we need to find these people. Why are you leaving this up to me? He's been 6 months. He's been there 6 months longer than me.
Well, I don't know where we should go. I'll do whatever you decide.
Now that is unsurprising.
Arleman is a good man, but I don't know for sure he's where we should go. I'm not going to fight about it.
Alright, we're gonna find these people.
I can give you directions, if you like.
Won't the Magi, my mage friends, do as the Chantry says?
Technically, the Circle of Magi is independent. We don't know that the Chantry won't support us, of course.
You truly believe that?
If we speak to the first Enchanter, he should see that his responsibility to the Grey Wardens supersedes anything the Chantry or even Tan Loghain might have to say about it.
Where will Loghain be exactly?
If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around.
Probably
Only
not.
a suspicion, of course.
Probably not.
Then you have a plan.
I'm ready to get going.
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
Let's go. Alright, this is Hawk's hometown, guys. It's a wild chicken. Give me
I
that
shall do it.
elf fruit. Give me that elf fruit. UG.
So let's talk about your mother for a moment.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps. You would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates. Mages outside of the tower. That's illegal, you know.
You did not read that in a book somewhere, did you? I hope the small letters did not strain you overmuch.
Oh, we could not talk about your mother. That works for me.
Are you...
Need something? I don't generally talk to strange elves who wander in here.
have something against elves?
I don't know you. Why shouldn't I have something against you? We've got enough strangers overrunning us. Nothing but trouble.
I can make trouble for you, human. Is that what you want?
No. Beg pardon and all. I should mind my manners.
I have some questions.
Can't promise I'm going to answer them.
Who's in charge?
You could talk to the Elder, though she's got her hands full getting everyone on their way. For now, most folks go to Sir Bryant. He's head of the Chantry's Templars.
You don't have a ruling lord?
He's gone to war and taken all his soldiers, leaving us to fend for ourselves. There's not going to be much left when he returns. If he returns.
I should go.
Don't let me stop you.
It's so interesting because if they did a remaster, you'd think like, oh, maybe you'd see Hawk wandering around, but you wouldn't because Hawk was at Ostagar and literally came back here immediately and like took their family and ditched, so they're probably like on their way to Kirkwall by now already. Okay? Alright.
If you're looking, move on if you can. Lothering's lost.
What do you mean? Did you know about the bandits outside the village?
Thieves prey on the unfortunate whenever they get the chance. We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend.
That guy's voice almost sounds like Fenris's voice, and I'm not sure. Ask you a few questions?
I'm just out here to keep an eye out for Darkspawn. Please ask someone in town. No offense. I'll not turn you away. We just ask that you don't bring more problems here. People are frightened.
Whatever.
Oh, please. We came here to get away from the fighting.
It's just a guess, but I'm thinking everyone in Lothering is aware of the approaching Darkspawn horde.
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
No. Why would I want to help you?
Didn't I mention profit?
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
Agreed. Those of you not doing business, leave now.
You would actually do the bidding of this evil little man.
What do I get if I help you?
We have nothing to offer but our gratitude.
It's time for you to go, isn't it?
You would actually do the bidding of this evil little man.
You already asked that. Absolutely, off you go.
Fine. May your heartlessness bring you exactly what you deserve.
A fine sentiment, if I've ever heard one.
You're so nice. I bet you make allies everywhere you go.
Serves that wench right. You have my thanks. And 100 silvers, yes?
And a discount. I hear you're making a killing. Me too.
What? Help! Someone?
Oh my gosh, Alistair's gonna hate me. Oh.
And Eileen spoke unto the masses, my hearth is yours, my bread is yours, my life is yours. For all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one.
Greetings. Hello, I asked you a question.
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
He can't answer you. He's Chanter Devons. No, he's a chanter. One of them that can only say the chant of light. His board has letters of good deeds to be doing. My father fixed Widow Allison's roof once, and the charter paid him, he did.
A learned child is a blessing upon his parents and onto the Maker.
So if I wanted it that roof, I talk to him.
There's all sorts of things on his board. Even traveling sellswords sometimes turn in postings.
So he really can't speak at all?
Unless it's the chant of light, no.
The Maker is a righteous ass. What do you has anything to say to that?
Sometimes we throw pebbles at him. Doesn't work either.
The chanter says, what?
What?
Oh, you got him to speak. Ha!
What hath man's sin wrought?
Oh, he cheated.
Farewell. Oh, I love that.
The legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will will feast upon our hearts! There is nowhere to run! This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts!
Please, you're scaring the children!
Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands! There! One of their minions is already amongst us! This woman bears their evil stench! Can you not see the vile blackness that fills her?
Watch where you throw your accusations, fool.
Please, stop! Somebody shut his mouth!
But isn't he right? The ban left us. We're going to die.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us!
That's enough this ends now.
No! Do not touch me! You bring evil and destruction! It is the end!
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us.
There's always hope. Muster your courage.
You're right. We can't give up.
But we can't fight. What are we supposed to do?
We can't lie down and die either. We must go north to Denerim.
The kid just waits.
Will feast on your living hearts.
Can we talk to you?
Maybe with that blasted chasing gone, my head will go as well.
Doubt it, man. Doubt it. Hey, Sir Marin, hey.
If you seek refuge in the Chantry, there's simply no room left.
Do I look like a refugee to you?
So many are coming to Lothering. I make no assumptions. Priests are within if you seek to offer devotion to the Maker, however. May he protect us all.
Who's in charge?
The revered Mother runs the Chantry itself, and Sir Bryant heads the Templars stationed here.
Did you know that there have been have you heard any news?
Not since Tairn Loghain passed by with his army. It's a shame about the king. But with the Darkspawn coming, few can think of anything else.
Goodbye.
Maker watch over you.
Oh my gosh, why am I so tired all of a sudden? I mean, granted...
There's word of Darkspawn stragglers, but no sign of the main horde. We are the only hope of protection this village has now, and I will not abandon them. That is all. Yes, my lady? Who might you be?
I'm Grey Warden Nyarea.
I see. I am Sir Bryant, commander of the Lothering Templars. Tairn Loghain declared all Grey Wardens traitors responsible for the king's death. You know this, I hope.
He claimed we were responsible.
And set a bounty on any who survived. I don't believe the Grey Wardens would be as careless or malicious as the Tairn claims. But either way, there it is. It is best you not linger, though. Just in case.
About those bandits outside the village.
Maker's breath, how many times must we drive them off?
They robbed me out of man conversation.
Well, you won't find it here. We can barely keep control inside the village, much less on the roads. But I will try once more. Several, those fool bandits have returned. Take some men and drive them off, and see if you can't capture that leader of theirs this time.
As you command, Sir Bryant.
No.
I'm the worst.
Unless there's something else you need.
I need some information.
If the matter is important, certainly.
Have you heard any recent news?
Other than the Darkspawn horde bearing down on us, none of it is good. Tairn Loghain is set to declare himself king, I hear.
Wow.
Disaster piled on disaster.
King Kaelin had no heir?
None that we know of. Tairn Loghain has no legitimate claim on the throne. He may be a hero, and his daughter may be queen, but he is a commoner. And the king's corpse is barely cold. If Arl Eamon was able to intervene, perhaps it would not have gone this far. I do not care who takes the throne. Only fools fight over who owns a cottage while it burns down around them.
What's wrong with Earl Eamon?
Arl Eamon has fallen ill, and his knights are on a quest for the sacred urn filled with Andraste's ashes, said to cure any malady. He must be very ill if they chase miracles as the only cure. One of the Arl's knights, Sir Donnell, is here searching for fantasies while... Never mind. Ask him if you care about this foolishness.
Things seem very dire in the village.
They are. With the ban having taken his men north, the village is left to its fate. We will evacuate as many as we can before the horde reaches us. I will stay as long as I am needed. Now, unless there's something else you need.
I'll go.
Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
Are we doing the Wakanda bow? So Donald.
Who?
He looks like he's from
I beg your
Redcliffe.
pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Turn Logain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Logain straight soon enough.
So you're here looking for the Urn of Sacred Ashes, then?
I am indeed. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness. But I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims.
I was hoping to meet the Arl
Why
Impact.
is that, if I may ask?
Help. I would prefer not to say.
Whatever the reason, the Arl won't be seeing anyone until he's recovered.
I don't like the sound of that. We should see Arl Eamon for ourselves and find out what's happening.
You can travel to Redcliffe if you like. Perhaps he has recovered. Or perhaps his son might assist you. If nothing else, I am certain you will be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could.
Your friend Sir Hendrik is dead. I have something of his.
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
Oh, were they in love? I didn't read it. I'm sorry. I dealt with the bandits that killed him.
Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest.
Okay, bye.
With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, my lady. You have been most helpful.
Robbed child, robbed woman? What's happening here? Hey.
I'm scared. When are we going home?
Greetings to you, milady. If it isn't too much to ask,
hey, elf.
Might you be able to spare some bread?
What happened to you?
We thought it would be safer in Lothering, that the Terran would bring his soldiers here. But bandits attacked us and took everything. Our food, our clothes, my daughter's pet lamb. Nobody cares about a few elves like us.
I do.
You understand.
I met those bandits. They're dead.
You killed them?
That's wonderful news. Perhaps our belongings are still there.
I can't thank you enough, friend. Even if we don't get everything back, it's good to know others will be safe.
Mother, where are you?
Oh, hi. Come here. Here's the baby. Oh. Here's the baby. He wants to sleep on my arms.
I don't like this.
What do you want?
Have you seen my mother?
No. Beat it!
Nobody will help me find her. Why can't I find her?
I'm so mean.
I have a wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound so very defensive.
Couldn't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die? That would be great, thanks.
Crawl into a bush somewhere and die. We'll take a little bath with my
Well,
nap.
look what we have here, then. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Logain's men. This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about an elf by this very description? And everyone said they hadn't seen one.
I just got here.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
Oh, Liliana, she's here, girl. Hey, girl. I guess I could have gone for the really dark red hair. I didn't remember. Okay, now my cat's biting my arm. Looks like he wants a fight. I'm happy to oblige.
Right, let's make this quick.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
It's alright, I was happy to save your life! So I see, where did a sister learn to fight like that?
I wasn't born in the Chantry, you know. Many of us had more colorful lives before we joined. Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was.
Was? What does that mean?
I joined the Chantry to live a life of religious contemplation. But I am no priest, not even an initiate.
And is there something you wanted from me?
Those men said you're a Grey Warden. You will be battling the Darkspawn, yes? That is what Grey Wardens do. I know after what happened, you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along.
Sorry if my cat's meowing in the background. He just does this to get attention. He's fine. Why so eager to come with me?
The Maker told me to.
Oh, okay. Right. I believe this when I was... I believe this is where I back away slowly. Can you elaborate?
I know that sounds absolutely insane, but it's true. I had a dream. A vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
Look at the people here. They are lost in their despair, and this darkness, this chaos, will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
Very well, I won't turn it away,
Perhaps
whatever.
your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance.
Wow, Morgan,
I will not
I'm
let
trying
you
to be your
down.
best friend.
How dare you accuse me of thievery?
Hi?
Your grassland eyes are inept. A chastened would never stoop to petty theft.
Do not
You
seem
marsh
refugee.
folk are all
You're part of
thieves
the
and
army.
liars. Enough! People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows. But what about my food? I said enough!
So those are free marsh people? Like Inky?
Shockeba. Marade starit, merade twasit,
Hi,
abana
Stan.
kyun. You aren't one of my captors.
Oh.
I have nothing to say that would amuse you, elf. Leave me in peace.
You're a prisoner. Who put you here?
I'm in a cage, am I not?
Yeah.
I've been placed here by the Chantry.
The revered mother said he slaughtered an entire family, even the children.
It is, as she says. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
I'll be friends with him too. Pretty pleased to meet you.
You mock me.
No.
Or you show manners I have not come to expect in your lands. Though it matters little now, I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
I find myself in need of skilled help.
No doubt. What help do you seek? The Blight. You a Grey Warden, then?
Yup.
Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true.
Well, okay.
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance, it seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here.
Alright, bye. I feel like that was
Farewell, then.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the Darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer.
Fair enough. Oh, we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight. Hey, boys.
I done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me. I don't care.
Oh.
But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
Bad move, dude. Bad move. Well, great job, everybody. Good progress. Are these more people to kill?
What do you need?
Oh. Do you want to talk about Duncan?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
I just thought you might need to talk.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the Blight and everything. I'm sorry.
No harm done.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of.
What about the other Grey Wardens?
I don't know. I have no idea what the Grey Wardens do for them when they fall in battle. Have you had someone close to you die? Not that I mean to pry, I'm just...
I've lost enough to know what you're going through. No, not really, since I went to the tower. I'd rather not talk about it, to be honest. Sure, let's try to be sneaky.
Oh, sorry about that. Let's get going. We still have a lot to do, right?
Hey, Morgan, let's become friends.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
How did you become a shapeshifter?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
That does sound like something you'd do.
Oh? I truly doubt that children would be worth the effort. They are filthy, smelly things full of tears and snot and trouble. That said, I cannot speak for the tastes of my mother. She has, after all, lived a very lengthy time in the wilds and done many things I know nothing of. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
That's hilarious. Yeah, just hearing her talk like that compared to with her son in Inquisition, she does change a lot. Can you change into other human forms as well?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
Do you spend a lot of time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
And what do other animals think of you when you're changed?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
I've never heard of magic like that before.
No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of Magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could. But as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
So it's an elven thing, I presume, an elven magic. That's good, such traditions need to be preserved.
I'm shocked that you think so. Being a mage of the circle as you were. But perhaps you felt a little like a caged bird as well, caught within that dark tower.
Very much so. If I did, I wouldn't tell you. Very much so. She's gonna be my best friend in this playthrough, so.
I thought so.
That's all I wanted to ask.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
That would just make you angry, I think. I don't know if I should say that, or... I think your abilities sound quite useful.
A most practical opinion. Far more so than any man I have spoken to. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
Wow, they both approved of that? Liliana's in the corner like, I don't give a crap. I want to ask her something personal.
We are hardly alone, so privacy is not an option. It is your question, however. Ask what you will.
You're a heartless, sure you know that? Never mind. Okay, Liliana, let's have a heart-to-heart.
Yes?
Oh my gosh, I'm so short compared to her on this hill. I think you should go. I forgot that you can send people away. I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
What would someone like you be doing in Lothering's Chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
An assassin? They don't teach you how to fight in the cloister, do they?
Did you think I was always a cloistered sister? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Affirmed? What were you... So the skills... Yeah. Words are hard. So... Your skills were learned before your time in the Chantry.
I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course.
What do you know of this place?
Lothering? I think it started as a settlement by the river, and then grew when it became the place where two roads met. There are always people in Lothering, but many are just passing through.
You were a traveling minster. Did you have any... Minstrel. Do you have any tales to share? No, that's dumb. This vision of yours.
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell. And the darkness drew me in.
You dreamed of the blight?
I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
Did you hear voices?
No, not voices. It's not so simple. He spoke directly to my soul, in a language no human tongue can express. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the Blight devours everything?
The Blight is the Maker's. Punish him. Will you defy him? Oh my gosh, that's such an antagonistic thing to say. The Chantry says the Maker has left us. The Blight is the Maker's punishment. Will you defy him?
I don't know. He made this world. He could destroy it. But there is so much worth saving. You're such a pessimist.
We begin to crumble. I think I know who's up here. I had forgotten, but I think I remember now. Is it my face?
Sandal, don't let him touch you!
Sandal! Sandal! Oh my gosh, look at it. Look at your figure.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
I love them so much. Okay. Just how obliged exactly. Okay, I'm gonna be nice to them too, because I like them. Well, am I? No. I wasn't trying to save you, trust me. Just how obliged.
You want a reward, eh? I suppose that's an entirely reasonable request. How does 100 silver sound? I was going to use that to fix up the cart, but quite frankly, I'll be grateful enough that my son and I come out of this with our heads.
As if Sandal was actually gonna die in that. That sounds just fine.
Good. One good turn deserves another. That's what the missus always claims. The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
I didn't remember that he said anything other than enchantment. I doubt that you want to travel with the Grey Warden.
Grey Wardens? My, that does rather explain a lot. No offense, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune, though.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
I'm sorry, when... am I insane? Like, when did Sandal start being able to... You know, like, speak? Reverend Mother, Holy Mother. So Brian.
Greetings, Grey Warden. What can I do for you?
Can you tell me about the Kunari?
I was there at the farmhold. The beast stood there, wet with the blood of the children. He didn't even deny slaughtering them. The revered mother ordered him caged. She has more mercy than I do. But perhaps she is right, and the Maker has love for all his creations, even the Kunari.
Are you in charge here?
The revered mother leads this flock. I merely command her Templars. Normally, our role is to protect the Chantry and seek out unsanctioned magic. For now, it is all we can do to protect the innocent.
You do know that I'm a mage.
As am I.
I have no time to even think about such things right now. My concern is protecting these people. I see nothing threatening them other than the Darkspawn.
Where's the mother?
In her study, no doubt. Preparing what she will take when we eventually evacuate.
Alright, I'm gonna go.
Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
Wakanda forever, my guy. Here she is.
Good day, Sister Leliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
Is there something I can do for you, then?
I want to talk about Stan.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
Because I'm his fate. I want him freed. I might have a use for him.
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
I was thinking you release him to a custody. Let's play smart. Like, I want to be mean, but I don't want to be stupid.
And what do you say on this, Leliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the Kunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
I mean, it might be, but...
So, let me get this straight. You were a cloistered sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar, no?
I never actually became a Templar. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens before I took my final vows.
Do you ever regret leaving the Chantry?
No, never. Do you?
Yes. You may not believe it, but I found peace there. The kind of peace I've never known.
It used to get so quiet at the monastery that I would start screaming until one of the brothers came running. I would tell them that I was just checking. You never know, right?
No, I never did anything like that. I enjoyed the quiet.
Suit yourself. The look on their face was always priceless.
I like how she's been with us 5 minutes and she's always like, yes, I missed it. I missed it so much. It's been 5 minutes. Is that the kid? Hey, kid.
I don't like this place. Why did we come here?
I don't know. I'm not your mom. All right, Sten, out you come.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
And what if I don't lead you to your atonement?
Then I will find it myself. May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Welcome to the Frey's Den. I feel like I want to go to the Dalish first.
Bad dreams, huh?
Alistair's just watching us. Why are you bothering me? I'm fine. Must have been something I ate.
Drank more like, as in the tainted blood, remember? You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
Why didn't Duncan just tell everyone that?
He did. He said he felt the Archdemon's presence. Everyone just assumed he was guessing. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Any other surprises I should know about?
Other than dying young and the whole defeat the blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Oh, my little camp. My little people, my little camp. Alright.
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
You said Arl Aemon raised you?
Did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfells. A whole pack of them, in fact.
That's not what I remember you telling Flemeth.
Well, if you're going to go and pay attention to the facts, then fine. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young. Arl Aemon wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough.
He wasn't your father, so you know who is?
I know who I was told was my father. He died even before my mother did, anyhow. It isn't important. Arl Aemon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, then you, Arlessa, resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10, just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
You're probably luckier than most orphans.
I suppose you're right. I wasn't raised as the Arl's son, though, if you're picturing that. I slept in hay, out in the stables, not on silk sheets. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall and it shattered. Stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there, and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
You think that the Arl will help us?
I think so, yes. This news we've heard about him being sick disturbs me, though. I wonder if we won't discover that Loghain has come to the same conclusion as we have. Anyway, that's really all there is to the story.
Alright. Okay, hey.
It's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fennick, at your service.
Hey, man.
Once again, I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good?
Sure.
Yes? I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
I would like some enchantments done.
Enchantment!
I believe it's on yours. No, it's on Alistair's. Nobody's? Okay, whatever. Well, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.